Thanks for joining us today. I have a lovely panel to moderate, and we are talking about growth. But just to let everybody know in audience, there's Hall 2 for the food service industry going on, in case somebody wants to listen to that, just mentioning. So to start with, we are here to talk about growth. Obviously, grocery business is not easy. There's too many things happening. And Waleed here leads a business which is very large scale and a combination of traditional as well as digital. So Waleed, I'll start with the most pinpointed, and as we go through, we'll introduce each of you because I just want everybody to remember who is who. So Waleed, we'll start with the whole context of growing to that level where you can go public. So I think everybody wants to know what it takes to scale up to that height and build a team, build a company where you can go public. So over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to have me here today. Actually, as BinDawood Holding, which is BinDawood and Danube, when we went public in 2020, the main key was for the governance and the growth. We have a long and strong growth and profit along previous years. And building the structure and caliber for the company, it was the main goal to have to go to public.
Okay. So he was very diplomatic about this, guys. I didn't expect this answer. So anyway, moving on to Ashutosh.
There are some information I cannot disclose, so.
And let me put this disclaimer. I was so insistent that everybody gives a thought about IPO at least, because when we say profitable, scalable, then obviously that's the next big thing. You expand, and then what is next? So, but all of them said, it's okay, politely, we don't want to get there. So it's okay, we'll take it as an opinion where once they reach, they'll talk about it. So let's talk about the sweeter things about growth, profitability, and how is all of them driving that in their organization. So Ashutosh, you are leading a company which has a lot of FMCG roots also. So if you have to talk growth, where do you start, and how have you ensured that the ROIs have been met, but the vision of the company is still going strong?
Yeah, thank you, Anurima, for that question. Growth is not so easy nowadays in this market. The market has gone very competitive. We have lots of new entrants coming in. The business is kind of getting split between offline and online. Online is increasing day by day. And as supermarket operators, we operate our online business in the same catchment that we do for our offline customers. So to grow, I think one of the things that you need to do is maintain the entire shopping experience and the customer's journey that you have in your stores. You need to ensure that you have differentiation of assortment, you have differentiation of service, you have excellence in your operations. Omni-channel has to be integrated into your business, and I feel that if in a supermarket business, your e-com contribution is less than 15%, especially in Dubai, then you are doing something wrong, and for you to grow is not going to be very easy. E-com is becoming more and more critical part of every supermarket business, and we have to find ways on how we can use that to leverage growth.
Yeah, so very valid point, because when we were offline discussing the topic, I think this came up a lot, that, but Suhail did disagree. He said experiential is still the game, and we have to ensure the stores work for the customers coming in. So Suhail is running a very dynamic brand, which is scaling very fast in the region. They've opened almost 5 stores, Suhail, in a very short time, and it's all to do with that roastery concept of serving the customers. So over to you, Suhail, to know how do you define experiential, and obviously, if you can put that whole thought back into the brick and mortar.
Okay.
Thank you for the question. Actually, when we started developing TAYN as a brand, when the initial discussions were going on, we found out that, see, in the region, there are thousands of roasteries or the stores which we sell chocolates, nuts, all those things. But I want to make sure that there is a difference which has been made, or we should know that what our customers are exactly looking for. When somebody comes for buying chocolates, nuts, or spices, something like that, it's not about the product which they are coming to buy. So we want to make a change, and we want to have a edge in the market, providing the experience. So the question is that I understand how do you define the experience, right? So if you have ever visited the TAYN, the moment you enter the store, we have defined it in a certain way that the people tends to release all the other worriness. They always focus on the products. They always focus on the services, what we are providing. And maybe it could be defined in a way that we have set up the stores and we have set up the brand in a way that TAYN has been promoting healthier food options in the most accessible and affordable way. So from the displays, from the merchandising, from the fragrances, from the services, from the day one, we have trained our staff in a way that every customer remembers the way how they are treated in the store. It starts from there, actually. From there to the next purchase, we have made sure that the customer has been experiencing the service and all other elements or expectations has been met. That's the answer for that.
Of course, of course. And Iryna, you are running something which is all sustainable, going back to Wholefoods. And this is like that old traditional way of what we call in India the Kirana style of grocery. Like you go, you buy bulk, and then there's no packaging.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. So growth for you is defined by customer choices who make the decision to do that instead of going to a conventional grocery. So how do you retain your customers that way?
Absolutely. So for those of you who doesn't know Scoop yet, we're an Australian brand. We're a retail concept. We specialize in organic and natural whole foods, as well as house cleaning products or personal care goods, all made with beautiful ingredients, non-toxic, no chemicals. So that's kind of, to begin with, the customer group we attract. The concept itself is all about the experience. You come to the store, you get an opportunity to see a product, smell it, taste it, and then you physically scoop it into your jar or a paper bag. And it's very much a repeat experience, right? We all need our grains, we all need our staples, as well as the treats. And for us, it's very much also about the community of like-minded people, a community of moms who are looking for healthy choices for their family, a community of young professionals who are into their health, or just also people who love food and the great quality ingredients.
Lovely, lovely. So Ulyana, obviously Ulyana is leading the growth of a global brand which has already gone public, and they have 7,000 plus stores all across the world in UAE. So her idea of venturing out into the market is to know the local preferences first, and that's what is defining fixed prices assortment here in the region. So that's growth for you, Ulyana. So how do you define it, and how do you take care that your assortment is just perfect for the needs of the community?
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. For sure, localization for us is very important, especially in this market, which is so local that even our customer in Sharjah or in Deira and in GBR, it's going to be just absolutely different people, and we focus on adjust and do it in a fast speed, and focus on this in the same time as focusing on e-com, which is growing. And e-com, you have for people from all over the city, the Emirate, and for us, speed of rotation, speed of following the trends, and at the same time maintaining a good price for our customer is the main key.
Just aside of the conversation, what's your assortment strength like at present in UAE?
Here we are trying to focus not only on combination of non-food and food essentials, but also to find the most interesting pieces for local like seasons, different events, and to try to meet needs of all the national groups, which are super difficult and they're super different here.
Obviously, obviously. So moving on, the next pillar for growth is obviously ensuring that your customer spots you at every touch point. So that requires a lovely branding and always being closer to your customer through the right marketing practices. And all of your businesses, the needs are different, the strategies are different. So I'll again start with you, Waleed. How do you ensure that your customer is always, like BinDawood is on top of their minds always?
So we always keep trying to keep updated with the our variety, our range, we are also one of the things that we are striving for the new technologies, the new how to enhance and ease the shopping experience for our customers. We import a lot of items from all around the world in order to satisfy the customers, get what they need always, the shopping experience, look and feel inside the stores. All of these things are enhancing and keep your name on top of your customers' mind. Also, one of the things that we were the first mover for the e-commerce back in 2017, where there was no any e-grocery in Saudi Arabia, especially.
Correct. Obviously, Majid was here earlier in our CEO panel, and he's pioneered that movement with BinDawood, so obviously. But Ashutosh, obviously, branding for Choithrams is different because you have a very premium way of looking into the market. Your customers are very different, your target audience. So how is it? And then there's a legacy also. So how tough or easy it is?
So actually the legacy helps us in many ways because those customers are our marketeers. And I think the best way of doing marketing is the worm, which is the word of mouth. And when you have a legacy which is as long as 50 years, and you have customers who have shopped across generations with you, that part becomes easier. But that's not the only thing that we can depend on. I mean, business is going digital, and so is marketing. Yeah? So we do depend a lot on social and digital media channels. Having said that, that's what I call as carpet bombing. You tell people about Choithrams who want to know and who even don't want to know. So to do a more focused marketing, we depend on a loyalty program. We have a fantastic loyalty program called Bounce, through which we offer benefits to our customers who shop in our stores offline, also on Choithrams.com. And very recently, we also integrated with InstaShop. So now if you shop on InstaShop on Choithrams, you will have the Bounce benefits. Now, a combination of these three different channels gives us a lot of information, which we again use back to market ourselves to the consumers. And the last and the best one that I feel, which is also very effective, is our WhatsApp channel. Yeah? I think during the COVID time, when we stopped printing leaflets and promotion material, we went to the WhatsApp channel and started circulating our leaflets on WhatsApp. And today we have a huge base on our WhatsApp channel, which is store specific. So I can run a promotion in our stores in JBR to compete with Fix because they have just opened a new store there. Yeah. And I can have a different set of promotions which are in my stores in Dera or Karama. So there's a huge level of flexibility. It's one-to-one, and everybody opens his WhatsApp at least every 2 seconds.
Correct.
Yeah. So multiple ways in which we address our customers, talk to our customers, and let them know what wonderful things we are doing.
So legacy helps.
A lot.
Okay. But Suhail, obviously, being a new player, but I must say you have a lovely Instagram and your folks are already doing a lot. But how do you keep your customers hooked up to the brand?
Okay. So I personally believe that when somebody visits the store and when they go back from the store, the sales or the store in charge or the store whoever is there in the store, he should close the sales in such a way that he remember that sale forever, right? So I started training my people or whoever in my team in such a way that the employees should be known how to treat the customers, how the experience should be handed over. See, if you have set up a store in a very wonderful way, the ambience is good, the product display is good, everything is good, and the employees are not up to that mark, it doesn't work, right? So I started working on minute levels from the employees, from developing them from the scratch. And I personally believe that each and every employee is a leader in our institution or maybe in our company, so that they should show their capabilities up to their standards or their levels, so that they have a chance to showcase and grow from there. And how do they do that? Whoever is working in the sales or whoever is doing in the, or working in the stores, they have a potential which should be showcased. So each and every person will be different. So we understand what is their potential and we place them according to that. So if somebody is well and good in maintaining the records, we'll be giving the responsibility to them. If somebody is having good language, he's very good in like networking, we assign them with the specific task of communicating with the people. And when there is a connection with customers, it's very easy to retain the customers, right? Moreover that, we have been doing all the marketing activities like Ashutosh said, the WhatsApp, Instagram, all those things. Also, we feel that we should give back to the community. So most of the time, you will not see any discount offers going on in TAYN. Instead of that, there will be something which is giving back to the customers as some gifts or maybe some experience. Like currently, we are giving away one Azerbaijan trip for the customers.
Wow.
Right? So instead of running a discount offer, I feel that something like this will make customers a lifetime permanent like customer for us. We have conducted drawing competitions for kids, so which no roastery does. What is the purpose of doing so? That is how we retain our customers. I personally believe that the connection should be strong between the store and the customers.
Amazing, amazing. Iryna, how do you ensure that your customers understand your values and also keep coming back?
Very similar to some of the responses, of course, how you communicate to your customers is really important, using all of your social media channels as well as in-store activations, but you've got to be consistent. When people think of your brand, they have to recognize it. And it's also need to be done in a very simple and straightforward way. With our customers, coming back to what I've said earlier on, it's really about the community and that special atmosphere that we create in the store. We spend a lot of time in training, but before we even train our team, we put a lot of thought behind hiring and the talent that we are bringing on board. And you can train people. You can train people to do many things, but it really comes down whether they want to be trained and whether they're passionate and do they care. And when you find the talent that is passionate and cares, and they're excited to be part of your movement and what you're trying to build and create, you really become one big family, right? And the customers really feel that. Now, based on loads of reviews available online and our customer feedback in the store, we keep hearing how incredible our team is, particularly their knowledge and really helping customers to navigate very often new products to them that they're not familiar with, as well as giving them advice on what to cook for dinner and what's a good snack.
Nice, nice. Ulyana, how are you countering Ashutosh's way of capturing your customers? How are you beating it with your marketing tactics?
Well, as a global brand, we also have some legacy, which helps us a lot, for sure. And what works for us really well in this market is, of course, when customers who are already aware of our brand from either their home country or any country where we already presented and they have been, they have the same or even better experience here in UAE, and they can share with their local friends or colleagues or just acquaintances that they have here, and it works for us better than any like digital or any kind of marketing, and we are really trying to keep our customers globally, like in wherever they will visit us to keep the same level of service, like interesting assortment and good prices, and just like focus on these simple values that are core of our brand.
Amazing. But obviously, the flavor here today was all about building that community, that all of you have your niche customers chalked out for your growth. Keeping that in mind, obviously community is built on the outside with the customers only when you have a very strong team. The people power, the culture within has to be going strong, then only it will reflect outside. So Waleed, obviously you have been doing it, you are a pro now with people. So how have you been doing it? What's that mantra that you want to tell everybody to understand when they're hiring, or how to retain the right people in your system?
I believe the most important thing is the governance. So a lot of companies started as a family businesses, and they don't, or the key positions or roles in the company, it goes to the family members, but it has to be for a good caliber who can help you and support you to grow and reach to the goals. And that's what we apply also in our company across all the functional that we have during the hiring processes. We apply the full governance, what are the capable that we need, what are the plans that we need, and what are the expertise that they have from the previous.
Okay, and any challenge that you have had to kind of overcome so far that you want to kind of mention?
Challenges in terms of what?
In terms of retaining the right resource in the business setup.
See, the challenges is always there, and one of the biggest advantages we got that after the being a public company, that a lot of talented roles that we could acquire in the company after we be applying the governance roles and have acquired the talent acquisition was a major change in the company.
Okay, amazing. So Ashutosh, I'll start from challenges with you. That is legacy easy to retain the right kind of resource, or does it come as a challenge in your way sometimes, as a roadblock probably?
I think it works both ways.
Okay.
Legacy is important, and at Choithrams especially, we have a lot of legacy employees. I mean, some of them have been working with us and contributed to us for the last maybe 35 years out of the 50 years that we have been in existence. But sometimes legacy can come with baggage as well. And if an individual is not ready to change, because change is constant, it's happening every day, every minute as we speak, then it can be a problem. But if you communicate with them well, if you keep them involved in the business, if you encourage them, empower them, I think you can use your legacy employees to your advantage as well. So there's a good and bad side about having legacy employees, but the bad side can be taken care of if you are extremely upfront with them and transparent with them. So they just don't need to know about your 5-year and 10-year strategies at a broad level. They definitely need to know the detail of what you're going to be doing today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow, and how does it impact them and how they can add value to it.
Wonderful thought, actually. This not only defines grocery, but in general any business, because this is a tussle for which we see a lot of failures also happening in business. Wonderful thought to take away. So Suhail, taking from there, obviously you mentioned a lot about how you are ensuring that you are using the right strengths of every employee and making them shine when they're facing the customer. But obviously it's a new brand, but your mother company has been in business for a long time. So the people power, if you had to define for your growth journey, how do you do that?
See, answering for this question, I cannot go ahead without mentioning my chairman, who has been here in UAE for the last 20-25 years. So I have always looked up to him. His name is Mr. Ayub. So the values which he has been taught us has been shared across the company or the institution. So we make sure that, I could say it in such a way that, see, doing business is very easy, but without compromising on the values and then doing the business is very difficult, right? So treating employees in the topmost way has been our top priority in the organization. And looking up to that, I should say that we have made sure that the right talents has been hired in the beginning, and whoever has shown their potential, and we have made sure that a way or a path has been shown to them to grow. So for example, if we are hiring someone at the stores, we have made sure that this person has a potential to grow, and we have been guiding them through that way. And once he is at a position where he can go to the next stage, we have made sure that he has been promoted or he has been shifted to some other departments. We used to do the psychoanalysis for understanding his capabilities as well. From that, till the end, I should say the employees has been treated in such a way that I personally believe that a person should grow financially, knowledge-wise, wealth and health, right? So this has been made sure in the organization that all the employees has been grown in all dimensions, not one dimension, not just the financial growth, not the health, not just the knowledge-wise. We made sure that the employees has been grown in all dimensions from the top level to the bottom level. And whoever has been shown the potential will be promoted, will be guided, and whoever needs the support in any other form, it has been provided. Also, we find it very easy to retain the employees because we have always stick to our values and what has been promised. Also, we find another reason saying that employees doesn't work just for the money nowadays. Somebody will be working just for the money. Some people will be having other aspirations like growing to the next stage. Somebody will be having aspirations of doing their business. So if someone in the business, organization is dreaming of starting a business, we always welcome them. We understand that whether they have this dream or not, we also support them in doing that. If he wants to leave the organization saying that I want to start a business, we support them. So this has been done. Also, we have programs to retain the employees. Whoever has completed 10 years, there has been rewards for their mothers. Whoever has completed 5 years, there are other programs which has been given to them. So in that aspect, from the day one till the day they leave the company or maybe they want to go to the next level, we have been supporting them in all ways.
Okay. Thank you so much. So Iryna, obviously you're building a new business here. So we were also chatting about the teams and all. So just tell us how it is to build a team and imbibe the value system in them and retain them.
I think it's very similar to what the gentleman's already have mentioned, but to add, it's really important how you connect with your team, treat them with respect, listen, and the other one would be around creating safe space so the team can speak up. Particularly during rapid growth situations or just any business growth, it can get messy. You're a founder, you're pushing for miracles, you want things to happen now or yesterday, and sometimes you don't look back to see how are people coping, and with the rapid advancement, are your processes designed to grow? Are you actually, on the paper everything looked great, but operationally is team actually able to pull it off? So it's really important to always check back, create the safe space so they can speak up, listen to feedback, treat people with respect.
Amazing. Ulyana, your thoughts on people power. Obviously, globally it's huge, but how do you plan to balance it in the region?
Yeah, I can only agree with my colleagues with everything they mentioned before, and I would add that I think no matter which countries exactly, all businesses are all about people, and it's really important to give them safe space and enough freedom, really avoid micromanagement, especially in a fast changing world where it's very important for people to not only learn, but support their willingness to learn and not to be afraid, like, to say that they want to know something additional or they're not aware of any new technologies that probably could help some team or your organization in general. And sometimes just take a little bit of risk of letting them do some experiments, especially when it comes like to new trends or something in marketing. Yeah, so I would say this can be very important for any of our businesses.
Of course. So one of the biggest pillars for growth today is technology. And Waleed, you have pioneered the technology movement in the grocery ecosystem. But the question that comes back from the team is, how is it reflecting on ROI? And whatever we are implementing, is it actually helping us become a viable organization? So how do you tackle both these aspects?
So whatever we use the metric in our projects. So we check the sales per square meter. What are the capitalization we need to apply these projects? If a yield doesn't retain the investment within a certain period, we reassess immediately these type of projects.
Okay, amazing. And Ashutosh?
So as far as technology is concerned, we still use HI, which is human intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not something which we have started using, but we are definitely looking at it and evaluating it as and when it becomes relevant to us. So from a technology perspective, currently we use most of it for efficiencies, for improving our operational efficiencies and to make the lives of our people in the store easier and better, and so that they are able to operate more efficiently and quickly. So when we do operating investments, we usually look at an ROI within a year or maybe even within 6 months, like something like digitizing the process for a short expiry. There we expect the result to come within 3 to 4 months. Short-term investments maybe within 2 to 3 years, and when we put up new stores, it's anywhere between 3 to 5 years. So investments are happening across all parts of the business, but the ROIs are different depending upon the scale of the investment and the need of the investment.
Amazing. We have exactly 5 minutes to go. I have a rapid fire question for all of you, but in case any of you want to add anything in terms of technology implementation, just a quick one.
I think probably use of AI. It's all around us, right? So it's so important to understand what to use, how to use it, when to use it, and if you don't know, ask for help.
Amazing. I think we got many contradictory thoughts today, and which was my intention of having such a mixed panel, a legacy plus new businesses, which I think makes us understand the ecosystem better because we get all the voices heard. And wrapping up here, I would ask all of you to, in a sentence, otherwise you're disqualified, just say what it takes to be a growing business which is viable tomorrow, from your own perspectives. Anybody can start.
So if you want to build a company or a business, build a system that can work without you and put and build the trust with the customer in every single day.
I think he deserves a clap for this. It's coming from somebody like BinDawood Holding. I think it goes on record. Ashutosh, your turn.
Yeah, you know, people talk about the 5 Ps and the 7 Ps. I would say focus on the 2 Ps, people and product. And if you do that, you've done 80% of your job. The rest, 20% will definitely happen.
Thank you. Suhail?
I agree with Waleed. The system has to be made in such a way that the business runs whatever it happens. Also, the values are very important.
Amazing. Thank you. Iryna?
Probably to add to it, clear why to what are you solving for?
Wow. Good. And Ulyana?
I would say balance, because it's important to keep balance between people's needs, business needs, and trying to catch up all the trends and all the changes, but not make mistakes while you're trying to do everything fast.
Amazing. So I think we have 3 minutes in case anybody wants to ask a question to any of them. Thank you very much.
Our answers were already good.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.